Ain't nobody loves me better. Makes me happy. Makes me feel this way. Ain't nobody wanna. How are y'all this afternoon? Shaka Khan, Ain't Nobody, has got to be my ultimate all-time favorite song. I know I say that all the time. But I'm coming to you today with a quick clip about a question and comment I got on the YouTube. Grassroots Vegan, who is David. Hey, David. He said this. He thinks my story is inspirational. Thanks. And he said, how long did it take me to go to free myself from the old cravings, and what challenges did I have along the way? Well, you know, I've been on this journey for 12 plus years, 7 plus years of low-fat raw vegan, from the time I drew the line in the sand and stepped over and never went back. But 5 years prior to that, did I stumble around in the dark? Did I feel my way with my eyes closed? This is why I come to y'all over and over trying to tell you about my journey and trying to help you, because good Lord, if anybody can avoid what I went through, from my paper trail to health, from my endless seeking and trying and finding and losing and all that, then I'm doing something for somebody. You know, for those 5 years prior to low-fat raw vegan, I had so many autoimmune disorders. It was ridiculous. I was dying. I couldn't hardly function anymore. I couldn't hardly work, and I couldn't hardly tend my own children, and furthermore my husband, you know. So I had embarked on a sort of elimination diet, eliminating meat, eliminating some things, trying to get past my autoimmune disorders. As I did that, you know, I stumbled into more of a Joel Furman-like eat to live sort of approach, beans and greens, and I'm still cooked. I still couldn't digest it, and I was only still barely holding on to my health, never really thriving. Then I kind of stumbled into raw, and I kind of went more, not kind of, it was more raw gourmet, which is very high in fat, a bombo combos. My health was improving a little bit, but I wasn't thriving. I was very lethargic. I had breathing problems. I had exchanged these disorders for another whole host of disorders like cardiovascular problems from too much dang fat. So investigating, we're talking about every dang day of my life. Every day did I wake up thinking about it all day, try to solve it, try to fix it, and every night did I fall asleep reading something. You know, going from stumbling into that, you know, tofu and fake meat and all that, and before the raw, and then finally coming into 80-10-10, low-fat, raw, bam, vegan, is when I healed. I used to weigh over 210 pounds. Before I stumbled into 80-10-10, I only had lost about 15 pounds over that time. It would come and go. I was still very flabby. I still had cellulite. I still had nodular acne. I still had, you know, closed up eyes in the morning like somebody punched me, mucus, sinus problems, all those things because too high fat. So as I stumbled into that and finally thought, this is the way, I'm going to give it a wholehearted try, drew a line in the sand and stepped over and never went back. And the reason why was because I was getting results. Life-changing, life-altering, hardcore results, to where before, there is no way before, even when I had lost a little weight, I would have walked out of the house in these skinny jeans. No way. My bottom half was repulsive. There was cellulite. I was not toned. You know, I had no rear end, and now I have a perky high hiney. You know, you can change yourself. You can metamorphosize into the thing you want to be, you know. So I had stumbled into the 80-10-10 and into grain damage, which really drilled it into my brain while my body was not digesting all these grains. Furthermore, definitely not thriving on them. I mean, let's just look, okay? Arthritis, lupus, nodular acne, lesions on my tongue, sinus infections constantly, constant mucus, runny eyes, ears, nose, throat swelling constantly, vision problems, body odor. I lost almost all my hair, you know. Anemia. They wanted to give me blood transfusions.
all started to clear. Within weeks, when I went low-fat raw vegan, within a month, I had transformed and was on my way. 8 months did it take me to lose from 200 pounds to 129. And now I keep dropping down. I'm about 124, 125 now, sometimes 123. Effortlessly, you know? The foods that kept pulling me back and pulling me back could no longer and can no longer pull me back because I have had too much success to ever go back, you know? Going with food combining, you know, warming my food into the Vitamix, all these things that keep me on track, that keep me thriving and wanting to stay on track and not feeling deprived, you know? The fats at night, avocado in my diet, plenty of fat to make creamy dressings and to keep me satisfied. So I wanted to tell you that, David. Oh, and let's see, Jack. Hey, Jack. He's a raw tropical living. And David is Grassroots Vegan. They both have YouTube channels that are very, very nice. I love to see guys talk, so y'all check them out. Both cuties too, so that's nice too. But he was curious if not just me, or if you're single, would you actually have a relationship with somebody? I was talking about this yesterday, who wasn't a raw vegan. I think if you limit yourself to raw vegan, you may even trade out core qualities that you want, because there's only going to be this many raw vegans in this world for you to come in contact with. Just because somebody's raw vegan doesn't make the core quality of honesty, integrity, and faithfulness less important to me. You see what I mean? I really have to look at that. I want somebody that embraces what I do. So I would have to say no. I wouldn't exclude that. I don't want somebody that wants to eat barbecue every night and go down and have beer and chicken wings, because that's not my lifestyle. That's going to be an issue down the road, you know. I also don't want somebody putting their mouth on mine that's had meat in there. It really grosses me out. So that's also a problem. But I feel like I am attracted and drawn to people that are on a higher vibrancy and frequency, which can be at a different level than me, though trying to create the best version of themselves. Do you know what I mean? It's the kind of people that gravitate to that is the kind of people I'm drawn to. But you know, a partner needs to be interested in what you're interested in, and the more common ground and interest you have together, I think the stronger the relationship can be, for sure. You know what I mean? And two, if you have a YouTube channel, it's a very interesting concept. If you're friends with somebody and they don't, they kind of act like they're listening to you girls, but they never check out your channel and they can't really tell you what it's about, then I don't know that they're really interested in what I have to say, and I've got things to say, you know. I'm not just the kind of girl that sits on the sidelines and yes sir anymore. You know, I got something to say. Stand up and speak up, Tanya, you know. I mean, you got to think about it. Some guys, and I don't know, some girls, but some guys will do this. You girls know this. They will just act like interested in anything you're talking about, and whatever you could be talking about, your eye makeup ritual of how you do it, and they're just like mesmerized by that. But girls, we know that some guys, you know, how should we say it? They just want to get at the cookies. You know what I'm saying? We're not stupid. I wasn't born yesterday. I mean, sure, you got that too, but I've got something to say along with that, you know.